Butter has worn many masks throughout history, a symbol of luxury, a staple of hearty living, and more recently, a supposed villain in the modern war against heart disease. For much of the 20th century, butter was demonized, condemned by medical authorities and dietitians alike as a dangerous source of saturated fat and cholesterol. Households that once prized butter for its richness and flavor turned to margarine and highly processed vegetable oils, believing these new creations to be safer, healthier choices. A smear of butter on morning toast or a dab melted over steamed vegetables came to carry a silent guilt, an internalized warning that this golden, ancient food was now forbidden. Yet, as nutritional science evolves, the story of butter, especially pure, grass-fed butter, is being rewritten. The rigid fear once associated with saturated fat is giving way to a deeper, more nuanced understanding of fats and their roles in the human body. Today, pure butter from grass-fed cows is recognized not merely as a permissible indulgence, but as a valuable source of healthful fats, fat-soluble vitamins, and powerful compounds like conjugated linoleic acid, CLA, known for its potential to support metabolic health and reduce inflammation. Butter from grass-fed cows is fundamentally different from the mass-produced, grain-fed butter that flooded supermarket shelves during industrialization. Grass-fed butter boasts a richer nutrient profile, containing higher levels of omega-3 fatty acids, vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E, and vitamin K2, all essential players in maintaining cardiovascular health, bone strength, immune resilience, and proper cellular function. It is more deeply yellow, thanks to its higher beta-carotene content, and its flavor is more complex, a subtle reflection of the natural pastures from which it comes. One of the most exciting elements found in grass-fed butter is conjugated linoleic acid, CLA, a naturally occurring fatty acid that has been studied for its potential benefits in reducing body fat, improving insulin sensitivity, and supporting immune function. Some research even suggests CLA may have anti-cancer properties, although these findings are still in the early stages. What is clear is that the fear-driven exodus from butter to artificial fats was not the triumph of science over nature, but often a tragic misunderstanding that robbed people of a nourishing, traditional food. However, to embrace butter again without issuing strong, thoughtful warnings would be reckless. Butter remains a dense, calorie-rich food, and even with its benefits, it can easily contribute to weight gain and metabolic stress if consumed carelessly. Moderation is critical. A pat of butter to enrich a dish can be part of a vibrant, health-supporting diet. Slathering multiple tablespoons over everything one eats is another story entirely. There is also a crucial distinction between real butter and the many adulterated forms of butter products found in modern grocery stores. Spreads blended with vegetable oils, artificially flavored butters, and ultra-processed alternatives lack the nutrient density of pure, grass-fed butter. Choosing authentic, minimally processed butter from trusted sources is essential to accessing the real health benefits this traditional food can offer. Another sobering reality is that not every body responds to saturated fats in the same way. Some individuals, due to genetic differences such as familial hypercholesterolemia, are more sensitive to dietary saturated fats and may experience significant rises in LDL cholesterol when consuming butter frequently. For these individuals, the romantic revival of butter must be tempered by careful, personalized medical advice and regular health monitoring. Despite these important warnings, the larger truth about butter invites a sense of joy and reconnection to what is real and enduring. Butter is not merely a food, it is a sensory experience. The way it melts slowly over hot bread, releasing its gentle aroma, the way it lends silky richness to vegetables, the way it transforms a simple meal into something deeply satisfying and comforting. It reconnects us to traditions of cooking and eating that prized quality, patience, and pleasure over speed and industrial convenience. Butter reminds us that not all foods that bring pleasure are harmful, and that wisdom often lies in rediscovering and respecting the natural forms of nourishment our ancestors understood intuitively. When used thoughtfully, with reverence for its power and its richness, butter becomes not a threat but a beautiful tool for health, offering fat-soluble nutrients, energy, and a sensory grace that too often is missing from the sterile, perfect diets of the modern world. In reclaiming butter, we are invited to reclaim something more profound, A vision of health that honors both the body and the spirit, that understands moderation not as denial but as a pathway to deeper, more lasting satisfaction. Butter, at its best, offers more than nourishment. It offers a chance to remember that food, rightly chosen and rightly loved, is one of life's truest gifts.